Hello and welcome to this very special bonus episode. Um, I had an idea that I wanted to do a year in review of my knitting, and then I mentioned it to Charlotte and she said yes, and I always do whatever she tells me to, so here we are. Slightly further back this time because, as you can see, I have my mountain here of knitting and it really needs a support system. So I looked at Ravelry. I have 39 projects for 2019, which is pretty good. It breaks down to 18 pieces for me, one of which was wrought, one of which isn't here because it's actually at work. And let's see, 11 baby knits, 3 anchor sweater for Galil's family, which is an adult size, a 4-year size and a 2-year size. The rest of mine are here. Oh, and the rest are presents of various kinds. There's a Moomin, there's some catbot coasters, there's mittens, all kinds of things. But let's start. This one is out of order. I don't remember the name of this. I have project pages for all of these, most of them modelled. Oh, sorry. It is a headband made in Madeline Tosh in the Cosmic Wonder Dust, I think, colorway. I don't wear it a whole lot because most of the time I'm outside. It's for a commute, and then I wear my headphones because I listen to podcasts or music, or on the rare occasion audiobooks. But it's just something to cover your ears with. It is what a headband does most of the time. One thing that is good, these are all in order, and the first thing I finished of 2019 was my, so afraid it's going to topple that way because that's down on the floor and I can't get to it. The first thing I made was the Elmo show. That's the right side. Which is this giant shawl by Camilla Bell. It is knit out of Knitter's Kitchen Silver Sparkle Sock in her perfect gradient colorway. I think there might be, no, this is probably all of it. I wear this every day because it's cold outside. It's warm and snuggly, so yeah. Then we have my So Faded jumper by Andrea Mary, and it is knit out of, I should have looked all of this up. I should say, as a side note, I knit almost 28,000 meters last year. I know. And I only have 17 jumpers or items to show for it. Anyway, this is the So Faded. I am pretty sure this is a fade kit, not for the So Faded, but for something else, by Olam, the Irish dyer. Nice, really nice for the office because it's very light and still cozy. Then we have the Magnolia jumper, also by Camilla Bell. I knit a lot of by her this year. This is knit out of, and really the detail is down here in the flowers. Ooh. This is knit out of Countess Ablaze in her Masham blend. It is slightly more rustic. It's not merino soft. It's slightly more rustic, but still wears really nicely. It can be a bit scratchy, depending on who you are. That's always the caveat. This is a short cardigan. I know the yarn is lamb's wool or lammewool by Gull. Indi Indigo. It's an indigo dye bath. I want to say that this is probably the Miss Marble or something. To be honest, haven't got a clue. Again, a more rustic wool. A great layering piece. I like to wear it all over the top of dresses, because a lot of my dresses are sleeveless or have really short cap sleeves, so going into different seasons, you just throw on a jumper or cardigan and you're good to go. And thicker tights. Then we have this from Lane, which has a slightly funny name. And I modified this by pure accident, parts of it, and the neck is supposed to be higher. As you can see, it's a very wide neck, or deep neck. The yarn is Yellow Hot. I adore this colorway. It's just so gorgeous. It's Yellow Hot. It's their Handwerker. And I think the pattern is Empress. It was in Lane magazine. It's supposed to have a much wider rib for the neck that you button. Seeing as I only wanted a short neck, mainly because I knew I was going to wear this on top of something else. It is slightly cropped. It has the pattern on both sides. And yeah. And that started a bit of a cropped phase. So this is the party top by Abby Knits. I knit this twice. No, I didn't knit this twice. I bought yarn to knit it again. The yarn is 2 colors of La Bien Amie, Merino Decay. It is rescued yarn. Well, not rescued yarn, but it is yarn from a... Is it the comfy cardigan, faded comfy cardigan, something like that. Again, the original kit was for a faded Andrea Mary cardigan, faded comfy cardigan, something like that, which I knit in 2018, I think. And yeah, again, I wear it on top of dresses because it is cropped. It has a very wide boat neck, and if I were to make it again, I would make it smaller, the opening smaller, because it does go outside of, you can see my dress poking over almost no matter what dress I'm wearing. Really nice, really comfy. It's the Merino Decay. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is only 2 skeins of the main color and then a bit of the contrast. And I used the contrast because I wasn't sure that I was going to have enough of the main color. I think I might have had. Didn't take a whole lot of yarn to knit this. Maybe I had 3 skeins. Who knows? I have project pages. One pile is getting smaller, one pile is getting bigger. So, Petite Knit. Petite Knit has made a, this is the, I should really know this. The other one I knit was the Sunday Tea. Am I really sure this is a Petite Knit? Was it a Filcolana? I think it's a Filcolana. It was supposed to be knit with 1 strand of mohair, 1 strand of whatever. I don't do mohair. Let's face it, we all know this. So I knitted in 2 strands of Black Hill Highland yarn, Black Hill wool, something like that from Garnusa. It could be a slightly bit longer, if I'm honest. But yeah, it's a cotton wool. Sorry, it's the Black Hill cotton wool. And having it held double means that it's not exactly a summer wear if it's really hot. And by really hot, I mean hot for Denmark. Because, yeah, we don't get the 40 degrees I once experienced in Japan. Or the 35 that Singapore insisted on in September, even during the night. Yeah, but you know, warm for Denmark. I haven't worn it a whole lot. I will be honest that my knits this year, I haven't worn a whole lot, and I think part of it is I've not been in the mindset to wear a lot of wool. And I know that sounds strange, but it's just, sometimes I just feel like wearing basic t-shirt and nothing else. Well, I have on yoga pants, but you know. It's a texture thing. But I do wear hand knit a lot. It just seems to be the same ones I rotate, which really is a clue for me to start looking through my wardrobe and seeing what needs to be retired, what needs to be, I don't think I have anything that needs to be mended, but some things might need to be passed on. Yeah, but you know. Also, part of my issue is that I tend to knit in the season, so that's really, because when it's cold out you want to knit warm things, but by the time you finish them it's getting warmer. Or you want to knit something that's slightly for warmish weather and then it cools down. And I'm only really good about layering with my dresses for some reason. So yeah. This is called the Treetops Sweater Jumper something. It was a test knit I did. The yarn is Merino DK from Wollmeise. Haven't got a clue what the might be blue curacao. Who knows? The neckline is a bit more open than I'd like. But it's a nice little jumper. And it's a nice transition garment with the lace and the short sleeves and everything. It is a bit of a more boxy style than what I prefer, but you know, nice little jumper. Speaking of nice little jumpers, I then knit a love note out of by Tin Can Knits out of Countess Ablaze. This is the Brexit colorway, and I mean it's black, grey and with neon dots, so what's not to love? I didn't do the provisional cast on that the pattern calls for. I just figured out how many stitches I would need for the ribbing based on the pattern and cast that on with a bigger needle and a German twisted cast on, which I find is more forgiving or elastic. It is not made out of mohair. It is, as I said, Merino DK. I think it's called the Grand Merino DK when it's Countess Ablaze. Again, nice piece to wear over your dress, or in this case, your t-shirt. Maybe I'll just wear it for the rest of it. Then we have the Jenny Flowers. I think it's someone knits in Paris. I don't remember the name of her. It's Jenny Flowers. This is knit out of 2 colors of silk that I picked up in Japan many moons ago. It is very slouchy and relaxed, and you do need to wear something underneath it because it is very open. But yeah, this is a true summer piece. This is wearing a tank top, putting this on top, and you're fine to go. I modified this because it's supposed to have more ease. It's supposed to be all sorts of different things. I think I'm showing you the back. Yeah. I didn't have as much yarn as the pattern called for, and that is also why it ended the way it did, with the number of repeats it did, because I was using every last bit of that silk that I've been hoarding. And I have slightly rough hands because it's the winter, and I forgot to bring hand cream when I went to visit with my parents, so need to get better at moisturizing. So yeah, it feels like I catch a bit on the silk. Now, don't adjust your screens, but bam. This is Tongue Tied by Poison Girl's Knit. It is knit out of Wollmeise lace garn in a Versuchskaninchen. I think it must have been an attempt at capuchin. It is very, very orange and bright, and slightly obnoxious, and I do love it. This isn't supposed to be about what I want to do for 2020, but part of me thinks I need a black, maybe coloured, sleeveless dress, because it would look so good with this and basically with a lot of different tops I've made. And black because it's a good basic colour. So I probably need to sew that for 2020. I do have several patterns that fit within that description, so. Okay, where did we go now? Then we've got Wrought Iron, which is by Anna Johanna, in Knitter's Kitchen Silver Sparkle in the Asteroid colorway, and the same base but in white from Mothie and the Squid. Again, boxy style, which I decided to make in a size that would be more fitted. Just really nice to wear. Then we go on to Empress, the Empress top, another cis knit in Black Hill cotton wool. Again with the, it's similar to Magnolia in design, having the lace at the bottom, but they have different feels to them, I think. And the Cursed Sunday Tea by Petite Knit. Finally finished it. Again, Black Hill cotton wool, 1 strand, no mohair, just a lot of knitting. I think I knit this yoke 3 or 4 times. And it's a pain to do the same thing over and over again. I mean, I know I made a lot of Anka's sweater this year, and it's a pain. So. And the final, squish that down, final knit for this year, hasn't been washed yet, will be going into the wash later today. My Fortune sweater, again by Petite Knit, modified to a different gauge, so I used a different, a larger size, and just had the gauge help me make it the size I wanted it to be. My sleeves aren't as long as the pattern says, because I had 1200 meters of yarn and I made this using more or less all of it. I had a tiny nugget left afterwards. And again, this is an alpaca from Chaos yarn in the Night Fever colorway. It's just so soft. Kind of want to wear it already, but I am going to wash it first because I still have the ends. They are woven in, but they are not cut. And you will see more of this in my regular episode on Sunday. Yeah, that is all. I think it's 2020 will be less baby knitting, more selfish knitting, hopefully more sewing. I haven't shown you the sewn items I made, just because, yeah, I think the knitting is enough. Anyway, hope you had a great 2019. If you didn't, 2020 can only be better. Yeah, covered in wool. I'll see you. Bye.